let's go, man. You already know what time it is, man. We in the building. MK episode number 27. Today we're going to be talking about how Diddy is getting out very soon. And we're also going to react to Andrew Tate and Bonnie Blue. I told y'all we would continue that. We far from over with that. By the way, huge disappointment. I'm not going to be reacting to Candace Owens debate feminists. I'll let bitches do bitch shit. I'm not reacting to that. Shout out to Candace, but hell no. Plus, she's been saying a lot of dumb, annoying shit lately. She must be on her top of the month. But with that being said, I'm going to pass the mic over to Kane, let him say what he's got to say, and then we're going to play Andrew Tate's little expert about what he thinks about sleep.
You already know what it is, man. We are back here to serve some more game on the ground for them hungry hounds who just got at the pound and are ready for the next round. So with that being said, make sure you grab your snacks, your drinks, your weed, whatever the case may be. And I got a mosquito flying around here.
I used to only sleep 5 or 6 hours. Okay. Then I started sleeping on this 8 sleep mattress. And now I sleep like 8, 9 hours. How much do you sleep?
Firstly, I want one of these mattresses. How much do I sleep? I think I sleep like maybe 6, 7 hours a day. I'm not a big sleeper. I'm definitely not a big sleeper. Well, you know when you're a child and you don't go to bed until you're really tired? Mm-hmm. But when you're an adult, you go to bed because you know you have to do things the next day. Mm-hmm. I try and avoid the latter. I try and go to bed when I'm genuinely tired. I don't think, oh, tomorrow I have a busy day, better go to bed. Loads of adults go to bed when they're not tired. It's just a certain time. I don't give myself a bedtime. Even if I have to be up again at 6 a.m. the next morning, if I'm not tired at 3 a.m., I'll just stay up. What's the worst case that happens? Tomorrow I live a life tired? Who cares? Then I get a good night's sleep the day after that. So my relationship with sleep is very good because I don't sleep until I'm actually exhausted.
Yeah. I used to only sleep 5 or 6 hours.
Okay.
Then I started.
Bruh, that's 100% facts. And I think a lot of times we try to condition ourselves to get to bed. Like, oh, you need to be laying down at this time. Bro, if you grind hard enough, by the time it gets to that time, you're naturally going to be tired. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, it's absolutely insane when you really sit back and think about how many people think they're tired when they have not actually ever tested their limits, or even if they have worked to their limits, they haven't got further. So it's just crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? What do you think about it?
That's 100% facts, bro. I think that if you're really about the grind and you're really about trying to elevate yourself in all areas of your life, then you're going to work until you are tired. And then you will naturally fall asleep. A lot of y'all, you don't put in that amount of work. And so you have a hard time going to sleep. Oh man, I only sleep this amount of time. Because you have not put in enough work to exhaust yourself to be able to go to sleep whenever you should be going to sleep. You sitting around and laying up in bed all night, staring at the ceiling, trying to fall asleep, when what you could be doing is while you're laying up at night, working on your social media accounts. Something productive, something to help push you further into the algorithm. But instead you want, oh man, I didn't get very much sleep last night because blah, 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 blah. Shut up, bro. You don't even put enough work to get enough sleep.
And listen to this dumbass video that I just heard that I got sent.
What are we even celebrating this coming weekend? Like, seriously, what is there to celebrate? Freedom? From what? Most of us are chained to a job or a paycheck, or a bill that's already late. I mean, today's the 1st. Let's not forget rent just hit. Utilities are due. Your bank account's probably already sweating. Half the country's broke and depressed. The other half's pretending everything's fine. And everybody's either burnt out or beefing with each other on the internet. I mean, what's so united about this country in 2025? Out here in the Houston area, you can't even use a public bathroom without begging for a key like you're on probation. Because poverty's gotten so bad, they treat everyone like a suspect. Well, this isn't freedom. This is survival with rules and suspicion. We got billionaires flying to space while regular people can't even wash their hands without clearance. The rich are hoarding, the poor are surviving, and the government's too busy feeding corporations to care about anybody else. People are working 60 hours a week just to barely afford the basics. And they'll still tell you to work harder. Meanwhile, you're about to go celebrate this country with fireworks and grill meat and stuff and spending money you don't have just to feel free for 24 hours. And then it's right back to the grind on Monday. Same stress, same paycheck, same damn trap. It's all a cycle. Spend, obey, distract, repeat. This isn't patriotism. It's just programmed loyalty to a system that doesn't serve you. Until we stop pretending, until we stop participating in this bullshit, nothing changes. What are we even celebrating this coming?
And like, I get what you're saying, but he sounds like the best definition of a depressed, Bitch ass version of a guy that we know on YouTube. Bro, what you're celebrating, dumbass, is the fact that you live in a country that people are crashing out illegally to get over here. What you're celebrating is a country, a land that soldiers fought for your freedoms. You see, the problem with Americans is they've become too fucking entitled. Oh man, I can't go in a gas station bathroom without a key. Yeah, because dumbass niggers go in there and vandalize and fuck all the white women in the bathrooms. So nigga and the white crackheads be tweaking. There's reasons for it. Y'all fucked it up. Y'all can't create the problems, then cry about the solutions. That's the goofy part. So, bitch, the 4th of July, if you ain't got no money and you buying fireworks, you just a dumbass. Like, at the end of the day, you say, until we stop. Bitch, you stop participating. Bitch, you on TikTok crying. If you really didn't care, you wouldn't even be talking about it, stupid ass. And it's, of course, it's a fucking ginger. You ain't got no soul. Shut your hoe ass up. Take your ass to Ireland or something, nigga. Man, you can't make this shit up, bro. What did you think about that? Oh man, my country, man, I can't afford nothing. Oh, they tell you to work harder. It's just a trap, and I'm gonna go do it anyways. But we should all stop, guys.
First thing I hear is somebody crying because the job that they work doesn't pay them more than what the skill that's required for that job is worth. Go get a better job. Go learn better skills. Get a higher paying job. Put in more work on a side gig to start getting you more money. If it's that big of a deal, go out there, start mowing lawns, start raking yards, start washing cars. Hell, open up a lemonade stand. We used to do that. We used to do all that as kids, bro. And you over here talking about, oh man, it's just the same old cycle. Come on, bro. But no, as far as the ginger thing goes, I feel personally offended because I got a red beard, so don't ever say nothing like that again.
Can't make this shit up, man. Like, I get it. You might be really, no, I don't get it. Like, bitch, you take your ass to the Middle East then and see how they treat you.
Go live over there in Brazil or over there in Africa and see how.
Yeah, go to Mexico.
Go to Mexico too. Go to Venezuela.
Go to China.
Go to Venezuela. Go to all these different legit third world
How about
countries.
celebrate the fact that you have a competent president in fucking office and not one that can't even make it upstairs?
That's what I'm celebrating this 4th of July is the fact that we have Donald Trump in office.
Yeah, man. Like, see, y'all don't ever say this about pagan holidays, but y'all want to talk about the only real holiday that I believe is patriotic in America. Every other one is satanic. It is a waste of money. Y'all will let Easter pass and Christmas and Halloween. No, not 4th of July, man. We just wasted money. Bitch, what about Christmas when you wasting all that money on snowflakes and fucking Christmas ornaments and Christmas trees and presents and happy jolly wally squally and just all this dumbass shit when you're on Valentine's buying flowers that a bitch is gonna get lit die while she's getting hit missionary and you're taking this bitch to a 5-star date even though you ain't even a 2-star nigga. Y'all waste all this money on hedonism, but when it comes to patriotism, oh man, it's a problem. Cry me a river, Justin Timberlake ass bitch.
No, that's a fact.
Man. I want to quickly talk about Diddy. Shout out to Diddy. What makes me mad about the world that we live in is simp ass guys enable mindless, brainless women to have a voice. They want this man to get charged of crimes he wasn't proven to be guilty of because of a separate crime, which has nothing to do with the charges. They're like, it doesn't matter. We saw that video. He should go to jail for that. Wait, is he being charged with it? No. Wait, did they prove how he was actually guilty of what he's being charged for? No. Was the verdict guilty? No, but he should still go to jail. Y'all are weird. So all I will say is I never spoke ill on this man because innocent until proven guilty. Same thing with Johnny Depp. Same thing with Andrew Tate. Same thing with any of these stupid ass accusations that come out, bro. I don't believe it. I don't have to be a fan of a man to understand the pain of how easy it is. Just because you're success, the consequences of success come with lies, scorned, envy, jealousy, and hatred. And all these people at the bottom trying to knock you down from the top. So shout out to Diddy, man. You know, people are celebrating that he got denied. I just saw, fat ass Flacco on YouTube. He goes from saying Diddy's done to Diddy's free to Diddy might convicted overturned. These niggas would do anything for some AdSense revenue. even if it comes to compromising their own values. And, you know, like, you got to stand for something. If you just fall for everything, you're just a nigga who press record and say anything. And at that point, you're just a bitch. And what separates you from the oncoming AI YouTube content creators at that point, if you just say anything? You can go in character AI and get the AI to say anything right now. And that's a lot of you content creators, bro.
You ain't even lying, man. A lot of y'all are following this case like your entire life depends on it, reporting on every single tiny little detail, false or true. And it's like, bro, is that all you have to live for? First of all, nothing that Diddy was accused of as far as the horrific charges were even, they had no evidence that could stick, that could hold up in court. So those charges got thrown out. Why? Because the jury is competent enough to see, oh yeah, they're lying about that. Oh, they just want some clout on this. Oh, they're just trying to get some money out of that. The jury is competent enough to see that. And so Diddy got acquitted of all those charges. And now y'all sitting around mad because he is not a monster who did things like this, and it makes absolutely no sense. Diddy needs to be free. Free Diddy. He ain't do nothing wrong. And if you're mad about that, I don't care. Stay mad.
And another part about it, simps. You have to stop being simps because this dude had money. If you think you can buy your way into getting some pussy, if you think that you can fly a girl out and change her life and just be a trick, you're going to get treated with a sentence. Stop being a simp. If that bitch don't want you for you, cut her off. Because when you get to chasing, that means you ain't got no options for replacing. And the more that you chase these bitches, eventually that cat's going to turn around and swipe at you. And that's exactly what happened. You know, once he finally stopped giving a fuck about one particular cat, it came back to give him a little love bite. Because the crazy part about it is they're trying to lock him up. And behind closed doors, they're still in love with Diddy. They just don't want to see him love on nobody else. So they'd rather him be in a cage than be in the free world. That's the crazy part, bro. These bitches will have kids, have whole their lives and pets, and still can't get over that one nigga. Don't be a simp, because this is the price of simpism. So with that being said, we're now going to go ahead and, get on to our last topic, which is the Andrew Tate and Body Blue. We're going to react to it. I'm going to let Kane react to it. So with that being said, here we go.
So women don't want to be wives. They want to just get married, which means that the whole familiar structure is broken. Once the family structure is broken, who has to take the place? Government. Think about this. In Romania, we have no mental health care. Why are there no mental people are out in the streets? Family. We have no forced child support. Why are women not starving to death? Family. We have no disability care. Why are people not sitting on the streets with no legs? Family. Family does so much work. In the West, we have no family. So the government has to come along and offer mental health care, disability care, forced child support. The government has to do it because of feminism. So what I'm saying is if women don't want to get married to men anymore and they all want to listen to the fucking government, then the government can raise motherfucking kids. Fine. Rob, you put 4 women in front of me, all different flavors. You give me Indian, Chinese, black, white, whatever. And you say you fuck them all and have a kid out of all of them and they'll all be raised on council estates around England. I'd say no problem. Why not? Why the fuck not? If they're real niggers, they'll survive.
You don't feel guilty that's your child.
Why would I feel guilty?
Because that's your child, it's your DNA.
Of course. And if the woman's nice to me and says, Andrew, I'm tired of living in, you fuck them all and have a kid out of all of them and they'll all be raised on council estates around England. I'd say no problem. Why not? Why the fuck not? If they're real niggers, they'll survive.
Man, this is a very good point. One of the reasons why there's so much fatherlessness in today's society in the Western world is because it is enabled, so to speak, because of the government. There's a lot of broken families out there that won't help each other, and it's a shame. But when you have a broken family like that don't want to help you, guess what? It's going to force you to get yourself together for your kids. And it's also going to force you to realize to quit opening your legs to everybody. That's 100% facts. So if it wasn't enabled, it wouldn't be happening nearly as much. And I think that's what Tate's trying to say right here. At least that's what I got from it.
You don't feel guilty that's your child.
Why would I feel guilty?
Because that's your child, it's your DNA.
Of course. And if the woman's nice to me and says, Andrew, I'm tired of living in Runcorn. Can I come live in Dubai in a mansion? I'll say, of course, my dear.
But then
if she annoys me, if she's like, oh, I'm here in Dubai and you left me by myself and you're with all these other women, who are all these whores on your boat? Then I'm like, bitch, go back to Runcorn.
Take the kid off her.
No, I'm not take the kid off her. She can keep the kid.
But it's your DNA.
Yeah, of course. And my DNA is survivor DNA.
But if
Survivor
you've got
bias.
a proper
If
wife,
I
that
have
other
50
wife will take
kids,
that
at least
kid.
5 of them will be real niggas. I don't need the further 45. Look, it's survival of the fittest out here. This is how it works. This is how my brain works. But you're saying, I don't know why we're going to sit here and create the logic fail of pretending it is wrong for a government to raise the children when that was a man's job, when men have had all of their authority removed. You want us to have the responsibility of a woman, the responsibility of a family, the responsibility of children, the responsibilities with none of the authority. You can't tell a woman what to do. You can't tell her to be quiet. You can't tell your kids off. You can't tell her not to suck dick. You can't tell her not to go out with her friends. If you do any of that, it's emotionally coercive behavior.
And that's the crazy part, which leads back into what I was saying about the Diddy thing, bro. How the fuck are you supposed to be able to be in a relationship with someone who you can't have no say-so in anything, otherwise it's toxic? That is not a relationship. If you guys can't tell that is the enemy's plan to separate men and women, then you just need to jump inside of a well with no water in it.
That is the enemy's plan to separate marriage, to destroy marriage. Why? Because scripture says that what God brings together, no man can separate. Now, remember, it says no man can separate. It doesn't say no female can separate. It says no man can separate. So the enemy knows that the female can be used to trick men, to deceive men. They're very deceiving and misleading because men have a natural instinct to protect females in whichever case, whichever way is necessary. So the enemy uses that natural instinct against man to screw them over. And one of the massive ways that has been done is the whole feminist equality, believe all women bullshit movement.
That's a criminal charge in England. If you tell your own wife not to go to the pub and fuck, you're the criminal.
Oh, you're so controlling.
That's
Let
right.
me do stuff.
But I'm still responsible? No. Looks like the government has more power than me. So if you want to play this game and take all of my authority away as a man, you want to reduce me to nothing more than a tax slave. Well, then I'm going to play your game back at you. I have no authority, so I have no responsibility. I will look after children, and I will look after the women who give me absolute authority over their lives, who say, yes, sir, anything you say, sir, I trust what you believe in the world. I trust you're guiding us. I trust you to take care of us. Yes, sir. Those women are driving Bentleys currently, living in mansions currently. And the women who say, I don't want to listen to you, I want to do what I want, are currently in council houses. And I have kids with all of them, and I don't give a fuck. Because
he's not even lying right there.
To impregnate. And when
he's not even lying right there. I mean, if the government has stripped away the authority of man in the household as far as women and children go, women that they're in a relationship with or married to or whatever, has stripped away man's authority over them, then if that female is getting pregnant by him, he should not be obligated to pay child support. He should not be obligated to pay alimony if they get divorced. He should not be obligated to do any of these things if he don't want to. Just like a female has all the right in the world to abort her baby and murder it if she doesn't want to take care of it. But if she keeps it, the man is absolutely forced and put in chains to slave just to make enough money to pay for that baby and barely even get by himself if he's really struggling.
Square business, man. And with that being said, here goes another part of the reaction. So we're getting ready to wrap this episode up. Shout out to everybody that tuned in to this here installment of the show. Make sure you hit that like button, and if you don't, you a bitch, and you're gonna have to live with that. That's your life. So I'm gonna pass the mic over to Kane, let him say what he's got to say, and then we up out here, man.
You already know what it is, man. Make sure y'all share with your friends, your families, your mummies, your aunties, your grannies, and everybody else that y'all know. We're gonna get up on out of here.